Well, hello there. Greetings,
Hi.
everybody out there on internet world, in Facebook and YouTube and Sister's Ass and wherever the hell else you're seeing in the show. Welcome to another episode of the Just Too Sweet Show, episode 96, big man.
Whoa.
96.
96.
90. I hope the boss has got the champagne on ice. I hope he's got our special gifts. I hope he's got balloons and streamers and fucking special guest stars and
Prostitutes,
and
everything.
Jim Cornette better be ready to come on the show, or Kevin Nash, or you know, some
X-Pac,
one of those
somebody,
guys.
yeah.
Somebody's got to be. I don't care who it is. I really
Yeah.
don't care.
Jeff Jarrett, I don't give a shit.
I am Vigo Daddy Kuru, which of course is Big Daddy Kuru in Japan. With me, as always, is my main man, my tag team partner, Aziz-san. Eric, what's going on, bro?
Konnichiwa.
What's going
on? Not much. Just on the big autumn chill up here in upstate New York. It's finally. I shouldn't say finally. It's been here for. We basically went from 90 degrees to 50 degrees in like one day.
Here too. There was no cool. It just went from fucking hot to cold.
Hot to cold. Yep.
Crazy.
Heat's on. Crazy. It's freezing everywhere. It's it's just welcome to New York.
See, though, Terzio, we don't need any of that stuff. We don't need that. We just need validation in the form of hardware that we could wear, like right here, or over the waist, or something like that.
Yeah, I want a championship belt.
We don't need extravagance. We're not like that. That's not us. I mean, I'll take a cash prize if you'd like, but hey, whatever.
Hey, just pay. You know what? Book us to go to Florida, and we'll do a show all together down there.
That's right.
How about that?
Hey, on the chats, we were talking about having a Pop Culture Pros karaoke jam, and I'm so down for that. So down for that.
We could even have one. We could even have one on like StreamYard. We could do it. If somebody produced it right, we could.
We won't be able to go live though, because then we'll get flagged for all the fucking copyrights. Well, I mean, if we did it among ourselves, it'd be pretty fun.
Well, what we should do is record it, and then put it on, and then people will be able to see it, and then, then after it gets flagged, who gives a fuck,
Yeah, that's true. Hi, May. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show.
Hi, May. Do you remember when they served RC Cola at Shea?
You can go to Fort Myers. Oh, that's mean, Frank. Fort Myers is gone.
Does that exist anymore?
It's gone after that last fucking hurricane. Horrible, horrible hurricane, dude.
Ooh, that was a bad one.
We're still getting all the remnants from that bullshit. But Jaime, you're going to enjoy this because we are going to pay tribute to the late, great Antonio Inoki.
Ooh.
Who passed away this past week. I started doing some research, Eric. This dude fucking did it all, man.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He started wrestling in 1960.
Yep.
And now you're talking Lou Thez. You're talking Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
You're talking Flair, Andre.
San Martino.
You're talking about this dude.
Hey, Buddy Rogers. Buddy Rogers.
Well, most people are like, well, what's the big deal? A lot of wrestlers are like, no, but you understand, he's an exclusive Japanese wrestler who got to wrestle all these guys. And he was damn good at it. Wow. I hate Royal Crown Soda. He hates RC. I think, Jaime, you're gonna have to be suspended from the show for about a week.
Oh,
I'll let Eric make that decision.
Oh,
I'll let him make that decision. But
Jaime, I absolutely love you, my brother. But you got to take that comment back. Oh, RC Royal Crown is the greatest cola known to man. RC Cola.
And if they were smart, they'd give us the sponsorship.
They really would, because I drink enough of this guy. I'm probably the only guy in the Northeast that drinks this shit. So sponsor us.
I'll start drinking it if they want to sponsor the show. No problem.
They make Diet Right.
There you go. That's all I need.
That's fucking Diet RC.
That is all I need to have. So, but yeah, I mean, I want to watch your mouth when it comes to RC Cola, because
that's off limits here.
Yeah.
Jaime. Off limits here.
He said he saw him in Shea.
Antonio Ginocchi?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
He pronounced it wrong, but he spelled it wrong. But he says,
is that like Italian pasta?
That is ganache. I was gonna say, is that ganache?
Ganache?
What the hell's cola? Koala? Is that supposed to be koala or cola?
Cola champagne. No, that's a like a Goya.
Oh, it was a koala piss.
That's Goya. That's a Goya soda. Yeah, it's actually not bad, Jaime. I've had it. I've had a lot of the Goya sodas, and they're pretty good.
So, all right, let's jump on this before we get on the 3-hour conversation about soda.
Yeah.
Which I know we will go down that rabbit hole because that's just what we do. It's a Caribbean soda. There you go, Caribbean soda. Eric. So as far as Inoki goes, like I said, I did all the research after he passed. For me, he is most famous for, um, of course, we're going to show it. The match against the Great Antonio, this big fat slob who decided not to sell and tried to make a fool of Inoki. Inoki beat the living shit out of him to the point he was unconscious and bleeding, and he probably could have died. That's how that's first and foremost how I remember him. But like I said, Andre the Giant.
The Giant.
Now you remember, Eric. Explain a little bit in case anyone don't know how when American wrestlers went to Japan, it wasn't just like, hey, you're gonna win this, I'm gonna win this. A lot of shit had to be settled. A lot of shit had to be, it wasn't just black and white.
No.
So with someone like Andre the Giant, who never lost a match in 15 years, which was bullshit because we all know he did. Just like, he was never slammed, but 5 people can slam them before Hogan did it at WrestleMania 3. But we'll ignore that. We'll ignore that because that's what Vince wanted us to do. But explain a little bit how, like, the Japan American wrestling thing, I was different, and what you had to do to really get over there. Because remember, Hogan. Don't forget Hogan. Who broke Hogan's leg?
Hiro
Matsuda.
Hiro Matsuda.
Yeah, he broke Hogan's leg because Hogan was being a disrespectful prick. That's how they are in Japan. That's how they are. So, like I said, it's not just like, hey, fly over, we'll have a wrestling match, and you leave.
No.
I mean, shit's got to be settled. So, I mean, if explain a little bit about Japanese wrestling and a guy like Inoki and what he brought to it.
Yeah, it's Japanese wrestling is a very, very stiff, snug style, and you really can't you can't go over stuff in the dressing room because they don't do it that way. You're in different dressing rooms. You still are. You can't call it in the ring. You kind of got to have you have a translator that can go over spots with you and stuff, but you basically the joy of wrestling is like being able to work with anybody. So that's Hogan could work with Inoki, and Kenta Kobashi could work with, and Tenryu could work with the Road Warriors. But there's an understanding in the ring of what to do and what to say. Like all the moves, it doesn't matter if they're in Japanese or they're in English. They're all the same. A headlock, drop down, backdrop, body slam. But but basically whoever has the heat and whoever's taking the heat and is taking the taking all the punishment, you're at his whim. So you basically just go with the flow, and just if he goes to pick you up, slam. If he goes to choke you, do it out. But the ref or him or let you know when it's time to come back. And but Japanese style is a very, very strong style. There's a lot of real kicks, not the fucking young buck slapping your knee, super kick bullshit.
I knew that was going to come up eventually.
And it's not it was, and not a lot of guys wrestled in Japan. I mean, a lot of guys did, but not a lot of guys did either, because Hogan did, because Hogan understood it after, like you say, he got his leg broke. Guys like Vader, who was a stiff dude, Stan Hansen, who was a stiff dude. Okay, so a lot of people think Johnny Ace or John Laurinaitis is this big cream puff of whatever, but he was one of the bigger Japanese stars back in the 80s and 90s. He was, and I was watching matches of Johnny Ace tagging with Stan Hansen, and dude, Johnny Ace wasn't any slouch. He was pretty tough. You gotta remember, his brother was Animal of the Road Warriors, so he's not, John Laurinaitis is not like a slouch. He was pretty tough. He just didn't get over. He had no. In Japan, you don't really have to have a personality. You know what I mean? They either like you or they don't. So that is perfect for him because he didn't have a personality. But that just goes to show you how different it is. And Tim, I don't want to go down a big hole here, but I'm just going to bring it up. Kenny Omega, he can get over in Japan, okay? Can't get over in the States. Has he really been over yet since he's been in the States? Be honest with me, Tim.
Wait. There we go. Whenever I have it ready for when the Kenny Omega comes up. I got to change it.
Be honest with me. Has Kenny Omega really been over since he went to AEW? Has he really been over? I mean, okay, so he's
not. I mean, again, though, not like. And I hate to say his name too now, but like he didn't get the ovation that like Punk got when he came back. But that was an 8-year thing. I don't. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Look, the guy. He talks about selling out the Tokyo Dome, but the only problem with that is you didn't do it by yourself, moron. Chris Jericho was there.
Yeah, Chris Jericho was there.
And
There's
that was
tons of Japanese talent that was there.
And it was a great match. It really was a great match with Omega and Jericho. If you watch it, it really was.
It's not bad.
Is he as over as he thinks he is, or as our Crowheart third man thinks he is? No.
Well, ex third man. I mean, he's never here, is he?
That's true. Yeah, he's gone.
But no, it's like I said, and I'm not going to take anything away from Kenny Omega for getting over there.
I'm sorry, interrupt you real quick. Judges to the home run. Aaron
62.
Judge just hit 62 home runs.
He just hit. Is this the last game?
No, a couple more, but he just hit number 62, baby.
Number 62. Go. Oh, let's you know what?
Here we go. I don't care if we get flagged for it.
Yeah, we have to do this. Let's get a stand. Let's get an ovation for Aaron Judge.
I don't
62. Congratulations, young man.
You can flag me Facebook or YouTube or whoever. That's a fucking historic moment. So shut up.
It really is. It's important. And 62. So he is now the American League all-time home run champion.
Or if you ask any real obsessed purist, he is the home run champion.
He is the home run champion. But
okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Kenny Omega,
Kenny Omega sucks.
That's for the A to Z show. Yeah, that's for the A to Z show. No, but Kenny Omega doesn't suck. He has the talent to get over in Japan. Okay, sometimes guys' talent doesn't translate back to the States. Stan Hansen sold out the Tokyo Dome. Danny Spivey was big in Japan. He wasn't as big in the States as he was in Japan. Stan Hansen. Vader was one of the few that really got over in Japan and really got over here, especially when he went to the NWA WCW at first. He was super heel, super monster push. Made it to WWF, and he did good there. He put asses in seats, but they dumbed down Vader when they got there. If they went on his reputation, it would have been a different story. But the bottom line is Japan is a stronger style. Inoki is an absolute icon. He's really the Hulk Hogan of Japan.
That's how I would look at it.
And that's not even an exaggeration. Like, he is like a living god, or was a living god in Japan. Like, didn't matter if you were a newscaster, a ball player.
1960 to 2005 was his last match. That's ridiculous.
45 years. That's crazy,
And like I said, he fought Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, and he was fucking him up. He was fucking him up.
Playing around.
Which I mean, it's not taking anything away from Ali. Ali's not a mat wrestler. There's no way a boxer is going to beat a mat wrestler ever. It's not happening.
No, too many rules.
Well,
rules a boxer has to follow that a wrestler doesn't.
Yeah, and if boxers were smart, they would try to work it in. But Ali just thought he could, stick him. Which Ali caught him a couple times, yeah. But Inoki's just, wrestlers are tougher than people think they are, and you don't fuck with wrestlers, especially back then.
Well, that's a big misconception. Wrestling is fake. That doesn't mean these guys won't beat the living shit out of you.
No,
they will. Because watch any fan try to jump in the ring. Yeah, look how fast these fake guys will beat the living shit out of you in a heartbeat.
Like Steve Lombardi could beat the shit out of you. Guys like that, like people that think they're underneath. Like Steve Lombardi would beat the living fuck out of any of us.
We always talk about the jobbers and how they were called jobbers back in the day, or what do we call it now?
Enhancement talent.
Enhancement talent, they're calling them now. All those guys were tough. Because they're all old school dudes. They did what they did for the business. They did it, they did what they had to do.
Even back then, wrestling, I mean, it was a little more stiff back then too. It wasn't like Japan stiff or anything, but it was a little more stiff back then. Like the NWA, Memphis. Memphis was more of a show, but we'll get into Memphis here in a minute. The Von Erichs down in Texas. Let me tell you something. If you weren't tough, you did not go to Texas, because everybody in that promotion was tough. Like Brody, the Von Erichs, they were all stiff. Bundy, even the Freebirds, Terry Gordy. Okay, Terry Gordy, another Japanese star. So it's like, but when Inoki came over here, you got to remember something. He always wrestled the top guy. He wrestled Hogan. Over there. He wrestled Flair over here. Who did he wrestle in Shea? He wrestled.
I don't know how he was trying to say remember who he wrestled in Shea. I remember who he wrestled in Shea.
Yeah, Jaime or Terzio was there. Who did he wrestle? Forgot who he fought.
That's one thing I never. Like I said, he's the biggest star in Japan. And Hulk Hogan goes over there. Andre the Giant goes over there. How do you decide who wins that match? Is it usually the home guy that does it, and then you pray to God that like WWE fans never see the footage? That's the kind of thing.
No, you go. I think that you go on the smart money. So over there, Hogan was just as over. So like it was hard to put. I mean, that's a hard match to do as Inoki and Hogan. You know, I'm sure Hogan would do the deed for him. I guarantee you, he would be glad to do it. I don't think they would put him over the Giant because the Giant was still an attraction over there. Like he was brought over to be an attraction. I mean, they had Baba, Giant Baba, but he still wasn't. He wasn't Andre the Giant at all.
Hey, what was the controversy? Hogan said he'd rather have the New Japan belt than the WWE. Is that what it was? He said something stupid over in Japan. Oh, back in the day, though. Yeah, he said, I'd rather have this belt than the WWE belt, and I think Vince and them went crazy. The American fans went crazy or some shit.
I think that was before he was even the first time he was champion, though.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't that way back?
Oh, I gotta look it up. I just know something stupid happened. But take a look at who he helped train. I know. Hang on, Terzio brought it up here. He cross-trained Ken Shamrock, Chris Benoit, Samoa Joe. What does cross-train mean? I don't know, but here's who wrestles he definitely trained. I'm only going to go with the American dudes who we know because a lot of these names, Japanese names, I ain't going to pronounce. And excuse me because my allergies are killing me and my eyes. I'm going to keep rubbing my eyes. Bad News Brown, who was Bad News Allen, back in the day. Brian Adams.
Wow.
Masahiro Chono, we all know him.
Yep.
Rocky Romero, Shinsuke Nakamura. Those are really the big ones that they give you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's ridiculous. Don't forget, he was also an ambassador for MMA and for wrestling, who organized the now famous Dark Side of the Ring episode in North Korea, where all the wrestlers almost died.
Yeah, he's the one that he brokered the match because isn't he part Korean or something?
I don't know, but he was huge in Korea too with not just the wrestling, with the MMA and everything too.
Yeah,
so he wanted to have the open relations. He's the one who got Muhammad Ali to go there.
Yep,
because they were friends from their fight.
Yep.
Really, he's in the Luthez Hall of Fame, International Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame, the Japanese Hall of Fame, National. He had the NWF Championship 4 times, the Heavyweight New Japan once, the Heavyweight the original title 2 times, North American Tag Team Champions once. I mean, look, I can't even read all the shit that this dude's won because the list is. I'm just scrolling like this.
He's in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that was not too long ago, right?
Not too long ago.
So look, I'm still scrolling.
Yeah, this guy's
ridiculous.
No, this guy he's an absolute legend and gem, and it's it's sad. How old was he? Did it say how old he was?
70. What the hell did he say?
Yeah, 78.
79, I think they said.
79. Okay.
Yeah, 79.
Wow.
79. And he said he was part of the Democratic Party for the People. He was a politician.
Yep.
I mean, I said the dude did it all. This is like the Renaissance man we're talking about here.
He was
just some regular guy. This guy fucking did everything.
Yeah.
He got Saddam Hussein to release Japanese hostages.
Yeah, Antonio Inoki.
Yeah, that's what this guy did. So it's not just you look at he's not just some dude who plays wrestling. This guy fucking did it all.
Yeah, no, he had clout. He definitely had clout,
which is awesome. Like I said, I wish I would have got to see him a lot more in America. I think that would have been awesome.
Yeah, I only knew him from the magazines and seeing him on like certain programs. I never.
Well, lucky enough, we have something called YouTube now, and now we can find almost anything. And of course, since last week we got to play. Well, not last week, was it? I don't know. We like watching people get beat up for real in wrestling matches when they don't do what they're supposed to do. And Inoki is part of one of the more famous Probably more famous than the Spivey one, right? I think this is probably the most famous one, if you ask me.
Might be.
I think it was Inoki versus the Great Antonio, a big fat tub of a man who decided that he wasn't going to do business. He was going to go in business for himself. He wasn't going to sell. He was going to basically every time Inoki did something, he was going to slap himself in the stomach like Kamala, thinking he's a tough guy. Which, dude, I mean, it's like, really, dude? Are you really going to try this right now? I found the video, but the audio is kind of shit, so I'm not going to play the audio. But we're gonna watch it, and we could always comment ourselves.
Yes. Who's managing the Great Antonio there?
I'm not sure. Is that the Sheik?
It looks some sort of Arabian person. Yeah.
I don't know, but let's play it. Like I said, we don't have the audio, so
I don't know who that is. Doesn't even. There's Inoki.
Look at that dude. That dude just look at his jawline.
Oh yeah, he's a man. Like he's a real man. Look at this shit.
Now here we go. Here we go. This guy thinks he's gonna play around with Antonio. He's not gonna sell. Not looking at the crowd. Hey, look, I'm not gonna sell that. Oh my god, what an idiot! Look at that. It's a real stiff headlock.
That's stiff headlock, yeah.
I'm sure Inoki wasn't happy with that. Look at this. Here it
comes.
He's
just like, what the fuck?
He's like, look at that. That was a real punch. Look, he's really punching the back of the neck.
He's stiffing the shit out of him.
Oh, there we go.
Shit.
And here we go. This is it right now. This match is over. Look at this.
Yeah, it's done.
He already decided this guy's dead. Look at that. Goes right to the legs. Oh, shit. Look at that.
Oh, right in the fucking face.
Look, another one.
He's done for. He's done for.
And now comes the head stomp, which puts him unconscious.
Yeah.
The ref's got to stop.
Here comes the Sheik. Oh, he just elbowed the Sheik, or whoever he was, the Ayatollah.
I watched the blood. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the blood.
So that's what you get when you mess with Antonio Inoki.
And you know what? Usually, you feel bad for that guy. No, he fucking deserved it. Let's see that again.
That's it right there.
This is where the match turns. Boom! Slaps. Now look at Antonio. Like, oh shit! I just messed up.
Yeah. He's like, come on.
Look at that. Real
Shoots on him. Real shoot.
Wham!
Kick.
I love it. Kick, look at that.
Side kick in the side, stomping his head. No, this is over, man. It's like this is why you don't like mess with a legitimate tough guy. Like I don't. And you see that stiff elbow he gave the Ayatollah towel head there. Like
he said, this isn't a game. I'm gonna knock you out too if you get too close to me.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. You fuck with the man, you get the fucking hand.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
He is the manliest fucking dude I think I've ever seen in my life.
I gotta do it one more. Just one more.
One more time. Look
at that. I love the double slap.
Right open there, hand, too.
He's done. He knows he's done. That real shoot down, takedown, leg takedown, then wham. Oh my god.
That's what did it, dude. That did it. Like he's done after that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love it. Just stomping a dead body, basically.
Yeah, he's just stomping the shit out of him. Even the ref's like, you better get the fuck out of here, man. Yeah, Sheik camel breath.
Oh my god, look at that. You know what you got to do? I want to find the backstory now for Antonio.
The Great Antonio?
Like what happened to him after this match? There's no way he worked.
I hope he retired, man. I hope that was the last time anybody ever saw him.
So there's no way he worked after that match.
No,
at least not like a legitimate place.
No, I that's the first and last I'd ever heard of him. Like maybe I don't know. Where was that anyway? Was that in Japan or was that like in?
No, it was Japan.
It was Japan.
So that fat fuck went to Japan and tried to do that shit with their hero. Imagine that.
How did he even get booked in a match with him? Like, is he from like Germany or Italy or something? Or
I'm gonna look up the actual backstory for that, and maybe we'll talk about it next time.
The Great Antonio. Well, the not so great Antonio.
No, he got the shit beat out of. Well, you know what? I told you this last time, Eric. We're gonna have to find stuff like this to show at least one clip every show.
Yeah,
I enjoy watching these guys get beat for real when they do something stupid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just too entertaining.
And it's always guys, that you don't fuck with. You got Goldberg fucked with Regal. That fucking fat guy fucked with Mike Rotunda. The fucking the white trash meth biker fucked with the skyscrapers. It's like, dude, it's like there's
when what's his name too? What's JBL beat up the Blue Meanie?
Beat up the Blue Meanie, yeah.
JBL beat him up. JBL beat the shit out of him. Like, you're telling me JBL ain't a real tough guy? You're out of your goddamn mind.
No, he's tough. JBL's tough.
That's a real Texan there.
He's just a big raw bone Texas guy. He just likes to fight. I mean, and he doesn't give a fuck if he gets hit either.
Frank did some. We talking about the international active wrestler, politics, House Chancellor. Yeah, essentially no kids. Saddam Hussein for the recent Japanese Hajj before the outbreak of the Gulf War. Yep, wasn't fucking around that guy. Like I said, when you could say you fought Andre the Giant and Muhammad Ali, and Ric Flair and
Hogan,
all these guys, you had a good life, dude. So a lot of respect for this guy. I wish we could have seen a lot more of him. Might have to look up a lot more of his stuff now. I'm ready to see some of his more matches in that.
Yeah, Inoki, he's had some good matches. Unfortunately, being who he was, he acted a lot like Hulk Hogan did. Like he very much paralleled Hogan's attitude and all that too.
Oh, so he had his own truth and the way things happened. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. And I don't think San Martino had much. Well, you know what we need to do? We need to find a video clip of where San Martino doesn't speak very highly of him. I mean, he speaks highly of. He doesn't not speak highly of, but I don't think he wanted to work with him.
Really?
There was something that happened there.
Beat Bob back for the championship. Oh, the WWE championship?
Antonio Inoki is unofficially a WWF champion because he did beat Backlund in Japan.
Oh, in Japan he beat him,
but they don't recognize it as a title loss.
All right.
Because Backlund
I guess that's how they get around all that. Then
it is,
but it's like just like people say how come you don't have a cross promotion pay-per-view? Because guys' egos are too big. Like if we had an AEW versus WWE pay-per-view right now, who's gonna win?
Well,
neither company wants to lose to each other, even though I do believe Triple H would do what's best for business. Tony Khan will not do what's best for business because he's going to want his guys to win every goddamn match.
And that's one more reason why Tony Khan should not be in charge of a wrestling promotion. He's running those guys. He's running that into the dirt.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
I'm
really not disagreeing with you.
It's too bad too because that has the workings to be a decent indie promotion. I mean, but it's like an indie promotion that got a big TV deal. I don't know. They never worked their way up to anything. So whatever.
You want to see if I can find that Bob Backlund? Let me see if I can find it real quick. As long as it's not an hour long.
There should be something where they just show him winning. Because there's also Inoki fought like Gorilla Monsoon.
Inoki versus Larry Sharp.
Oh wow, Larry Sharp when he was actually a wrestler. Wow.
There's Ric Flair in North Korea, and there you go, Eric. Your dream match: Inoki versus William Regal.
He fought him.
Yep.
Wow, that must be a good one.
And that's on Nitro, or WCW anyway.
Oh, probably one of the pay-per-views.
Antonio Inoki submits Hulk Hogan octopus stretch.
Yep. You never saw the octopus hold?
Oh, here it is. Here's what I was just talking about. Let's see if we can. Hang on.
Hold on for one more day.
Because it's not easy to do this. Let's re-blow it up and get the sound up and restart. 1993.
Oh, so it's when he left.
Oh,
so that was when he left WWF.
Hey, Hulkster.
Before he went to WCW.
Yep. Still disrespecting the belt like that. You know what though? I'm not going to jump on his back about that. You're in Japan. You got to sell. You got to sell Japan. You can't oh, this belt's better than your belt. You can't do that when you're in Japan. I don't really think it was a shot at Vince or the WWF.
No, he was just he wanted the shot at the IWGP belt.
Yeah, that's all it was. But after he left, he went to Japan, which I didn't know. I thought he went straight to Thunder in Paradise.
No, he went to Japan for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, he used to go to Japan quite a bit. Like, he was a Japan dude. That's money was good, and you were 3 weeks on and 3 weeks off. So,
fucking cool. Okay. All right.
What else we got here?
Well, we don't really have much to talk about this week. It's been a quiet week, but we do have Extreme Rules coming up Saturday. I know you. I said dude, Triple H's been knocking it out of the park, man.
Yeah, he's brought it back.
The shows have been great. The stories have been great. Everything has been pretty cool. I'm actually really looking forward to the pay-per-view. A lot of wacky, not just like one crazy match. You got a ladder match. You got a cage match. You got a pit match. You got a standing, whatever the fuck, last man standing match. All kinds of crazy shit going on Saturday. I'm gonna try to get a Extreme Rules pre-show and prediction show.
Oh, that's why all the matches are crazy, because it's Extreme Rules.
Because it's Extreme Rules. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know that's an ECW pay-per-view?
Yeah, Extreme Rules, right?
Yep.
But that's for Saturday. If we have time to do a show for that, which I think we will. I have no plans Saturday, so I mean I could do it if you know. I know you work Saturday though, right?
Yeah. Do they still do the Great American Bash?
It's not an every year thing, though. They do it, I think, like every couple of years. I think they pull that out of the hat.
Okay.
So, yeah, something like that.
You were 22 years old when, Terzio, in 1951? Shush. We don't want to hear you. Shush.
I'm going to play the before we.
We think that we did
it. Anybody?
I know Eric is very excited about this. Sorry, everybody. I know I was just doing something. Don't forget NXT. Obviously, Raul's the promoter. Don't forget.
NXT there's Halloween Havoc.
October 22nd.
So it's kind of cool that they take pay-per-views from all.
I bet this one's better than every other Halloween Havoc put together, though.
Oh, we already went down the Halloween Havoc.
Oh yeah. I don't know if Terzio was there or Jaime. If you were there, I mean, if I were you, I'd go back and look up the show we did about Halloween Havoc, where we went through every Halloween Havoc and what a disaster that pay-per-view was year after year.
Oh,
that was a fun fucking show, man.
That was one of our best ones.
We just laughed and had a great time at that show. So. If I were you, I'd go back. I wish I can give you a number, dude, but we're close to 100 now. So
I think it was in like the 20s.
Was it that?
Be honest
early?
With you. No, maybe the 30s. It wasn't that. It wasn't that far into it.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't care. Whatever. But tonight, it's all about Eric now. It's all about Eric, because tonight is the debut of Tales from the Territories.
Oh, and do we have a trailer, Tim?
We have a trailer. We'll play a trailer for you, my man. And it's produced by The Rock and his ex-wife, who produces everything he does, which is pretty awesome. And this is also from the guys who did Dark Side of the Ring, who also promised a season 4. They're working on it, so that's pretty cool. But let's take a look at the trailer, then we'll talk a little bit about this show that I know Eric's going to be very, very excited about.
This is where it all began. Canvas, rope, and steel, the fabled squared circle. Travel to the golden age of professional wrestling, when the industry was divided into local territories, when wrestlers lived and breathed their characters 24/7, risked their lives to protect the wrestling business, and fought for real, inside and outside of the ring. It was the wild, wild west of pro wrestling. You know their names. You have no idea where they came from. Bone-chilling tales of triumph, violence, and perseverance, told by the legends who lived in it.
Next time when you kill the son of bitches,
my dad stretched the shit out.
This is where it all began. From executive producers, yours truly, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Danny Garcia, and the creators of Dark Side of the Ring. These are Tales from the Territories, coming this October on Vice TV.
Yep.
That's awesome. So listen, there's nothing funnier than hearing Bret Hart imitate Stu Hart.
Yeah.
I rewatched the A&E biography of Bret the other night, and he goes, yeah, you gotta get. What do you want to do that for?
And what's the other brother did it really good too? Was it Bruce? Bruce Hart?
Was it Bruce?
One of the other ones did a phenomenal impression of him.
I heard though Owen did the best one though. I heard Owen
I'm sure, of course, Owen did, of course.
Owen used to call people in the WWF. He'd call and pretend to be Stu and go, "Hey, what'd you do that for on TV there?" And then they'd be, "Oh," so then they caught on to it and they were like, "You know what? Fuck you, Owen." Blah blah blah. And guess what happened? Oh, he did. You know who he did it to? He did it to Bruce Pritchard because Stu really called him up and he goes, "Yeah. What are you calling Diana a whore for? Not really good to do that." And so Pritchard goes, "Okay, Owen, fuck you. All right." Yeah. So Owen comes in the room as he's on the phone with Stu. So Pritchard goes like this. He goes, "Who's that?" He goes, "It's your dad." He goes, "Oh, he said he was going to call you." And so Owen turned around and walked out. I guess Owen told him to call him.
Dude, Owen told him to call.
Owen set the whole thing up, yeah. And Stu, I think Stu was in on it.
Oh, of course. He was world champion River. He's probably world champion of the WWF back in the day.
Yeah, Owen was. Do you know Owen was so cheap that he would take rides with fans and stay at their house too?
Oh, I heard he was real cheap.
Him and Foley and somebody else would all do that. They would stay at fans' house. They'd get rides. Yeah, they were cheap as hell. It was so great.
How funny would that be though? You giving back in the day, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm giving Mankind and Owen Hart a ride to the next town." Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking him from Binghamton to Scranton. Yeah, fuck it. I would do it,
dude. Just to hear the stories, I would do it.
Fuck yeah, that'd be great.
But tonight's premiere episode, we were talking about before, is Memphis. They're starting with the Memphis territory, famously owned and run by Jerry the King Lawler. He is the king of Memphis, Tennessee. Which we're going to talk about Andy Kaufman tonight, which was fantastic. But other than Jerry Lawler, Eric, who do you think? Did anyone else come out of Memphis? Not just went to Memphis to wrestle. Anyone else come out of Memphis wrestling? Who you think would be like other than Jerry Lawler, of course?
Oh yeah, like a Cornette, the Midnight Express.
So Memphis was
Jimmy Hart
before Smoky Mountain.
What's that?
Was Memphis before Smoky Mountain?
Way before. Yeah. Memphis started in
because Cornette started Smoky Mountain right after he
left WCW in the 90s. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking Memphis started back in the 40s or 50s, maybe 60s, because the Jarretts, Jerry Jarrett. His mother, I think, owned it, and then Jerry took it over, and then Jerry went off and did another promotion, and Jerry Lawler. They all kind of like, you had Nick Goulas, Jerry Jarrett, Lawler, and whoever he was partnered with. But the Memphis territory encompassed a lot, and there was like, Rocky Johnson was there, big star in Memphis. The Samoans were. There was a lot of people that came out of Memphis. Like, who were the hillbillies? Uncle Elmer, he was there. Hillbilly Jim.
Really, they were there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hogan was in Memphis.
10 o'clock on Vice tonight. Jaime, it starts.
Yeah, Memphis Hogan. Did you know that? Did you know Hogan feuded with Lawler in Memphis?
Did he really? I thought he was always in Minnesota.
No, Hogan was in Florida, and then he went to Memphis, and then he went to Minnesota, and back and forth to Japan, and then he went to WWF.
Well, let's also talk about, because Memphis, and I'm not making fun of anybody from Memphis, even though we talked about this before. there were certain parts of the country, even up until I would say the 2000s, still considered it real. And Memphis is famous for being one of those places
Oh
to
yeah.
where you couldn't tell those fucking rednecks. And again, I'm not making fun of them. I call them fucking rednecks. That's a compliment. You couldn't tell them.
They pick on us, so who cares?
Yeah, no, but you couldn't tell them that it was fake. You couldn't tell them that it was scripted, or you'd get the shit beat out of you. And that's just a fact. And, I mean, we've heard Dusty tell that story. We've heard Ric Flair tell that kind of story. Where did they break Dusty's leg? That wasn't in Memphis, was it?
No, that was in Georgia.
It was in Georgia.
Or Florida or Georgia?
Well,
I don't know. It's all the same when you get down that far.
Exactly, because that's another place that thought it was real, and they really broke Dusty's leg, and the Horsemen couldn't get out of during the cage. They couldn't get out of the cage because these people wanted to fucking murder the 4 Horsemen for breaking Dusty's leg.
Yeah,
and Memphis was the same way.
It was.
And again, they're going to talk about the Andy Kaufman thing.
Have to.
That's probably, again, no offense to the other wrestlers, but that's probably the most famous rivalry.
In Memphis, Jerry Lawler and Kaufman, 100%. 100%.
And Andy Kaufman laid into those people. Holy shit.
Oh, it was so. Everyone, do yourself a favor and get on YouTube and dial up Andy Kaufman wrestling promos.
I'm doing it right
now. We have to. No, we gotta. Because Andy Kaufman's funny anyway.
Stop. Yeah, because that's how you. That's a good way to close this out. Before
it really is, because dude, Andy Kaufman is so fucking great, and it was so fun because you know what, with the magic, like The Rock said in that trailer, like dude, everybody even back then, like David Letterman, all them, they thought it was real. Like they there was kayfabe like a motherfucker when he pile drove him on David Letterman's show. Do you remember that?
Yep, that was fantastic.
And the whole country thought it was real. They thought they broke. And Andy Kaufman would sell it when he went to like Saturday Night Live or went to Taxi or wherever in Hollywood. He was wearing a neck brace around and he fucking sold it. And underneath it all, he and Lawler were like this. They were like really, really close. Like that's how he got him to do it, because Lawler and him became friends.
Yeah, Raul. That's Dusty talked and Flair talked about it. They could not get out of the cage. These rednecks were ready to murder Ric Flair and the Horsemen for breaking his leg. Murder. I mean, that's how serious they took it. So, but yeah, I do have it. I'm not playing all of them. This is 18 minutes worth of fucking Andy Kaufman promos, but we'll play a couple of them because they're just so damn good.
Watch closely this tape that Andy Kaufman sent in. Then I got something else to say. Can we watch it?
Let's roll it now and take it.
I've heard all these things you've been saying about me on television. You want to wrestle me? You want to wrestle me, Memphis style? All right, fine. I'm not afraid of you, Mr. Lawler, because let me tell you something. True, I only wrestle women, but I've wrestled women that are a lot bigger and stronger than you. Matter of fact, they're probably smarter than you because you don't have any brains. You're from Memphis, Tennessee. All you do is plow fields, farm to farm. See, Mr. Lawler, you don't have any brains. I'm from Hollywood. I have the brains. That's how I win my matches. I say the bigger they come, the harder they fall. You might be twice as big as me, but I've wrestled women that are twice as big as me, and I've mopped the floor with them. And that's what I'm going to do with you, Mr. Lawler. You challenge me to a wrestling match. I think you bit off a little more than you can chew. I'm going to wipe the floor with you, Mr. Lawler. I'll give you a little sample. This is what's going to happen when you and I wrestle each other in Memphis. Come here. What's your name? Susan. How tall are you, Susan?
6 foot.
And how much do you weigh?
327.
327 pounds. That's a lot more than you weigh, Lawler. Okay? Watch this. Okay.
Dude, he got a hog like a pig.
He does.
Baby. That's what just happened to you, Lawler. See? Come on, baby. Come on.
Somebody's going in the pool, right?
I think you really hurt her. Doesn't matter. She doesn't have any money. She's poor. She can't sue me. I can do anything I want. camera.
Look at him, he's still doing it.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, the way this one came about is Eddie Marlin, as a matter of fact, not only talked to Jerry, but talked to several of the top names around and said, hey, what kind of particular match you would like? We'd like to see if we can set it up for it, keep everybody happy and that sort of thing. And Lawler said, boy, I would love to get that Kaufman back in the ring again. So Eddie went through
Lance
all
Russell?
the procedures and channels. And
Yeah, it's his name, right?
He contacted Kaufman and offered him a substantial reward for coming down with Lawler again. And the end result of it was that Kaufman said that he would not go with Lawler by himself. It wouldn't be fair, or he would be stupid to take it. But he would go if he could bring a partner down. So Eddie Marlin contacted Lawler. Lawler said, fine, I want to get him in the ring. And let's hear what Andy Kaufman has to say about that match, which has been made and will take place in Memphis, Tennessee. I must tell you that as the tape that you saw on David Letterman's show in there, some of Kaufman's language had to be edited out, so bear with it as we go.
That had to be edited out.
Hi, I'm Andy Kaufman, and last year I was in a wrestling match with a professional wrestler by the name of Jerry Lawler.
Oh, he skipped a lot of it, though.
I would say the match was pretty unfair, being that Jerry Lawler was twice my size, and I really wasn't.
Wait, I want to see if we can find the other good ones.
Yeah, that's. Oh, is that one?
I think this is being talked about. So
the assassins of Jimmy Hart will once and for all get rid of you and the universal heart slob, blob, or whatever you want to call him, baby. You're going to wind up exactly like him, Lawler, and that is a promise. You got a little piece of film. Roll that film, baby.
All right, well, let's take a look at that.
Okay, Lawler, I know you're looking at me right now. I know you're watching. Well, you want to see something? Take a good look, Lawler. Take a good look at my face. See what you did? That's because of you, Lawler. See, you permanently disfigured me, Lawler. You understand? I don't think that's right, Lawler.
Those are the funny ones.
You're going to pay really
that's
high,
like a
Lawler,
regular
because this is one of the
promo.
most sought-after faces in Hollywood.
Where's the funny ones? Did you get funny here?
Because you made me sign a contract saying that I will never step into another wrestling ring again. So how can I step in the wrestling ring with you? Because
wait, I know this is a great one. Where's
the one? Is that the one?
This one.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Andy Kaufman, as of course most of you know. Every week, I'm going to be coming on here on this station, and I'm going to give you little tips about how you can better your lives and how I can bring you up from the level that you're in right now and bring you up from the squalor that you're living in, the gutter and the garbage that your lives are. Okay? And this is my personal favor to you. Now, this week I'd like to start off, first and foremost, the most important thing is personal hygiene. Okay? Now, let's start off. This is a bar of soap. Now, look familiar to any of you? I know that you probably don't know what this is. I probably you haven't ever seen one of these before, but it is called soap. Matter of fact, if you're sitting at home now, you can maybe kind of repeat after me and say soap. Say soap. S-O-A-P. Soap. Not soap. Not soap. It's soap. Okay? Say it. Soap. Okay, now I'm going to open it up, show you what it looks like. This particular bar is blue. Comes in all different kinds of colors, pink, yellow, white, blue, red. This is blue, okay? Now the way you use it is you go to the sink, turn on the water, if you have a sink, that is, or if you have any kind of lake nearby or anything, just go wet yourself, wet your hands. Oh, and I would like to mention the reason that I want to tell you about soap. When I travel around the South, you know, a lot of fans, a lot of wrestling fans, they recognize me from TV. They always put out their hands, they want to shake my hand. And I'll tell you something, it disgusts me. His hands are so slimy. You people, your hands are so greasy and slimy. I mean, I don't want to shake them. You know, you ask me for an autograph, I'll sign you an autograph. But please, don't put out your hand and shake it until you can wash your hands. That is what you do. Wet your hands, okay? Then wet the soap. Wash the soap, rub it on your hands, and rub it around, and your hands will get clean. Another thing is a shower. You turn on the water, wet your body, let the water wet your body, wet the soap, rub the soap all over your body till your body is clean. Okay? Then you rinse, and this is very important now, don't come out of the shower with the soap still on. Very important, you've got to rinse the soap off. Okay? You rinse it off, you dry with a towel, and you're clean as a whistle. And then you can shake my hand. Okay, now that's my tip for this week. This is about soap. I will see you next week with another tip. Okay? Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen. That's so great.
Dude, that's so great. Oh God, man. Oh man, that sucked when he died.
So you know we're gonna be getting a lot of that on this episode tonight. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. I want to see it because Memphis ought to be good. Well, they're gonna do what? Georgia, Memphis,
Portland. Well, that's what I was gonna ask you. What do you think? I mean, they gotta do what? Minnesota. They gotta do. Are they even gonna bother with New York? Probably not.
Maybe at the end, maybe the last episode. But I'd say they're gonna do Memphis, Georgia, definitely Florida, definitely Portland, Texas. They're gonna do Texas,
Minnesota,
Stu. Calgary,
Canadian Stampede, Calgary Stampede, right?
Calgary Stampede. Oh, Montreal. So yeah, there's a lot, dude. There's a lot. There's a lot of territories. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. St. Louis.
Cool.
Oh, Houston. Yeah, there's Dallas, Houston, and then there's Amarillo where the Funks. So, dude, there's so much. There's so many territories.
That's awesome. Well, that's a show tonight, and I said the Dark Side of the Ring guys are doing it, so it's got to be a good show. Plus, The Rock is involved, so that's gonna be pretty awesome. What do you say? Tonight is a night. The Hip Hop Awards.
The Hip Hop Awards. That's tonight?
No.
I'm not watching that. It's fucking stupid.
No.
Well, is there anybody do hip hop anymore?
No Puerto Rico. What territory? They might. I don't know. I haven't got a list
about Puerto Rico, Jaime. My bad.
I haven't got a list of the titles of the shows. Hopefully tonight they'll give us a little more information on what territories are going to be covering in the next couple of weeks.
But Puerto Rico's internet? No, it's not. It's domestic because Puerto Rico is a territory of the U.S.
Jaime, I say this with the utmost respect to you and your choice of music, but I don't give a shit about the Hip Hop Awards because I think today's music is a bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
I think today's hip hop is disgusting. I'm just my opinion. I'm not knocking you if you like it. That's good for you, but after the 90s and you know what? I have an early appreciation for the early 2000s now because that's how bad this shit is today. But yeah, after that, I know I can't. These got the tattoos on their faces, and I'm a tattooed freak, but on the faces and the mumble rap, I can't get on board with it. I can't do it. Sorry. I don't even like regular music at this point either. I'm going backwards.
Is there regular music anymore?
No, it's all crap. It's all garbage. The rock is dead.
Yeah, rock and roll's dead, dude.
I mean, just
heavy metal's still going.
I mean, it's you have to go looking for it, you know.
You do,
and that's depressing. It's just depressing. So, this year's celebrating 50 years and bringing in pioneers. All right, that could be interesting. Then, if we're going to get some old school guys popping up, that could be interesting. But I still won't watch it. I'll watch it on YouTube and all that other stuff. And the reason I won't be watching is because I'll be back here in about 40 minutes doing Unsportsmanlike Conduct with Faraci and maybe Dave or Ed. I think Ed.
40 minutes. It's 9:00 now.
Yeah, 9:30 we said we're going to go.
Okay.
So, yeah. So that's a good way to segue into what's going on for the rest of the week. And that is, like I said, coming up tonight after this show, 9:30-ish, me, the boss, I think it's Eddie. I think Ed's going to do it because Judge hit 62, so no, Eddie's free. I think he's going to pop on and do Unsportsmanlike Congress with us. That's tonight. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I don't know. But I know we got put it in the book still to go this week. Granny's was Monday.
Yep.
A to Z is Friday. We're taking off this week. We're taking off this week.
Yeah, I got to work Friday night, so I'll be at the restaurant. So,
and I'm going to try to throw in a Shooting the Sith come Friday.
Shooting the Sith. So, yeah, that's taking us.
Hopefully I get that in there for Friday. We got a We Stomped You Out coming with the Giants. Thank God they rebounded. They had this week. That's all coming up. So be excited, be prepared. Eric, I was talking about you have a special. I know you mentioned it in the chats or whatever. You want to give the people a hint? What's A to Z in 2 weeks? What special show you'd like to do?
Yeah, we're gonna do a special show. See, it's funny that you were talking about how music has changed and hip hop sucks and rock is dead and there's no good music anymore. With that, music wasn't just music, of course, about the artist and about their artistic, freedom to create the music that they like. But I also enjoyed, which a lot of you all did too, the art album artwork, like that whole thing. It was a giant thing back in like the late 60s to the early 90s. And dude, there are some fantastic album cover art. And we're going to go over some of our favorites, and we'd like you to go over we'd like to send you some of your favorites too. I'm going to throughout the week next week, we're going to be posting on the A to Z program group. If you're not a member yet, join. If you don't know how to, just ask to join and we'll approve you. But we're going to go through, and I'm not even putting a number on it. We're just going to compile as many as we can. I'm going to write them down. I'm going to write down mine. Tim's going to write down his. I already got suggestions from other people in our network, but I want to hear from you guys. Give me some album covers that you thought were iconic, were awesome, where the artwork is just incredible. I mean, it doesn't even have to be an artist you like, because there's some album covers that I have that I know of artists I don't even like, but the album art is fantastic. And it's a lost art that doesn't really exist anymore because nobody makes cool covers anymore. So, yeah, it's the album cover art, and it's going to be vintage to neo-classic. So I really hope you guys...
Everything's digital now. You don't even see covers anymore. You download it, it's on your phone, and then it's this big on your phone because you don't really see the cover.
And it's usually a picture of somebody like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's stupid. So album cover art, guys, is going to be great. It's going to be
a lot of heavy metal going to be on that.
There's going to be a lot of heavy metal. There's going to be a lot of like psychedelic and not psychedelic, but like progressive rock. And believe it or not, a lot of 80s new wave. Even there's going to be a lot of 70s, 80s. It's going to be punk, new wave metal, classic rock, or rock and roll, you should call it, because this classic rock really doesn't exist. It was rock and roll at one time, so... Cool. Anyway, it's going to be fun. It's going to be great.
Be fun. All right. So also next week on this show, I think, Eric, you know what? Since we're talking about territories, and since Memphis is this week, maybe we should pick something out of the archive and watch. Maybe a Memphis. They don't really do pay-per-views though, right? But they had shows. Maybe we'll try to find a nice.
They had big like super cards. Yeah, they had cards of.
So maybe we'll try to find one of those and we'll post it, and you guys can watch it with us, and we can talk about that. Also, next week is the return of the GOAT formula. That's right. I've been slacking as far as the GOAT goes, but I'm going to get all the wrestlers tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. I will get the list of the wrestlers. Then I will get the list of their categories. I'm going to find some way to put it on a chart or something where you guys can all vote. We're all going to vote on it. Again, don't be honest. Don't be stupid, because I don't want to hear Bushwhacker Luke is the greatest wrestler of all time, because I'll kill you. And then by the show 100, we will have our GOAT ready to go. So everyone look for that. I know I've been slacking the last couple of weeks with that, but next week we will have the GOAT formula and the wrestlers ready to go.
So Eric, Paul Roma better not make this list from anybody, because you will be banned. I will block, ban, and blacklist you from everywhere.
Exactly. All right, Eric, before we get out of here, any final words?
Yeah. Check this out, dude. This is my new webcam, and I don't have to have it like above my computer. Look at this. I can like give you a tour of my house.
Nice.
Like you can look around and like Sweet. See there's my dirty house. Well, it's cluttered. It's not dirty, it's cluttered. But yeah.
Cluttered.
There it is. Clutter's always fun. There's the
I'm cluttered.
Yeah, like there's DVDs and movies and toys. And like there's stuff growing over there. Spider-Man, that's where Jack sleeps. But yeah, there's all sorts of this is neat though, man. Like, I could just have it like up here and like do the show like this, like I'm looking at you and looking at the camera and looking at you. Or I could do it right here, like hi, But yeah, it's kind of cool. So it's like it's not a stationary camera, it's a movable camera, but it can be stationary. As you can see, I'm Refascinating it right there.
Sweet.
And you can move it with the thing. Like I can go down like this. And there you go. There's Eric.
Adult Happy Meals. Hey, that's a great idea. If they put a little drink in there or something, that'd be pretty awesome.
Tim.
What's up?
Hold on just a second.
Uh-oh. If you need help, let you know I have some time this week. Hi, I will do that maybe. Well, I'm back in my regular job tomorrow, so I have a little bit of free time. I'm gonna Google the wrestlers, get all the wrestlers, and then we'll see what happens.
Happened to.
Did you get an adult? You got an adult Happy Meal?
And I got an adult Happy Meal.
Nice.
I did. Check it out. This is it. There's that. And there's that.
What'd you get, the Big Mac or the nuggets?
I got the nuggets. I don't like Big Macs. But I got this toy. Of course, they give you the shitty one first, right? The first day. Oh, he's not shitty. He's the cactus buddy. Let me fix my camera. I got him. He's like the cactus flea market's mascot.
What the hell is the cactus flea market?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I don't even know. It's because look, it says cactus plant flea market right there.
All right. Just give me a Grimace.
I want a Grimace or the Hamburglar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there Ronald? Is Ronald even on here? Yeah, he is. See, Ronald's back.
I like Grimace or the Hamburglar. Those are my guys.
Yeah, Ronald McDonald's back. So yeah, I got an adult Happy Meal. It was good. Oh, it was filling actually. You know, I didn't have to glutton myself with a bag of hamburgers. You know, and it was good. So yeah, just a little tidbit there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Like I said, we are now down to 3. Count them, 3 to the big 100. And remember, the big 100. We're gonna put the code on the screen, which means anybody can come on the show. Pop on with your computer, pop on with your phone, even. Just make sure you have a headpiece or something so you can talk good. We want to say But we're going to put the address right here on the screen, right in front of Just Too Sweet. Anyone and everyone can come on the show with us. That's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully we will have tribute videos and gifts and people will be crying and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Because
I hope so.
It's 100.
I want the boss to cry his eyes out.
I know. I think so, too. I'm going to tell him that one later on Sports Iconic. I want you to cry. Yeah. Make sure you cry for us. which ain't going to happen, but
no,
we can hope.
You never know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
If the Eagles go 5-0, he's going to cry.
We're all going to cry, except for you.
Oh, I'm in heaven. But anyway.
All right. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us. Like I said, we will see you next Tuesday and then the following Friday. Just Too Sweet. Look for Put It in the Books. Look for Empire 161. Look for the Skyline Reviews. Look for Granny's Peach Tea. Look for Am I on the Air with Don. Look for the Black Queen Collective. We are all having a blast on this network. Come join us. Spread us out. Spread the love. And
don't know why you haven't yet.
Next Tuesday. Peace out, everybody.